Hi, in this tutorial we are going to use the user update CSV file that we created in the last tutorial, and we're going to create the update specification and the configuration file that will run this file up into the Taleo zone. So what we're going to do is we're going to fire up TCC. Okay, and we are going to connect to our production zone. And we are going to create a new import specification. So we click on import. It is going to be in the smart org 13B, and then we are going to find the user. So we select user, we select the operation, which in this case is going to be an update operation. So we click there and click on finish. Go ahead and maximize this. So what we're going to need to do, we do have a header present. It is value delimiter is comma, and the quotation character, there are no quotation characters, but if they were, we'd have them at a double quote. So I'm going to go here to columns, and what we're trying to do here is make sure that our list here is going to be the same as the columns here. So once again, as I said, we put an identifier column in here. We're going to add an identifier column. Okay. And then we're going to have the username. So that is under the user structure. If we go down to user accounts, and this is called login name in TCC, I'm going to select this. I'm going to use the value to search or look up, and I'm actually going to click the ellipse, and we're going to select user. So it's going to find the user with that login name, and that's why it's got the little key there. The next thing we're going to do is make them inactive. So that is under account status, and it's the code we're looking for. And you'll notice that the code brings up a little magnifying glass. What that means is it's going to search for the code that we have, which is inactive. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to switch the parameter to password. Oops. Password. You'll notice it's a string, so we're going to drag that over. And what that's going to do is change the password to what we have in the file of term MN 2014 exclamation point. So that is it for our import specification. So we're going to go ahead and save that. I'm going to go ahead and make a new folder out here called TMN. And we're going to go put it in there. I'm going to name it update. It's the operation, user, the entity, and what it does. Inactivate, and save it there. Now we're going to create the configuration file that's going to run this import specification. First of all, I'm going to go out to my desktop, and in the folder I just created, I'm going to copy the user update so everything's in the same folder. So I'll go ahead and copy there. Go back to TCC, and we're going to File, New, Configuration Wizard. This is based on an import specification, so I'm going to click the ellipse. I'm going to find the one we just created. Next, I'm going to specify that it's our production zone. Okay, I'm going to give myself a little more real estate down here. The request file is the CSV. It's going to be a predefined value. That's the one we created in the last tutorial, user update. And I'm going to copy the folder structure and use that for my generated file. So I'll put the folder structure here, and I want to call this update response. You can call it anything you want, really. I'm going to put a dash, and then in brackets, I'm going to put capital now, which appends the date timestamp to the end of update response. So it will be update response dash date timestamp dot CSV. I'm going to go ahead and save this. And I'm just going to call it the same thing. I'm just going to add CONF on the back of it, specify that it's a configuration. I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to go over here to my polling, and I'm going to set that to 300, save it, and now I'm going to go ahead and run it. And it's going to take a little bit of time to go ahead and update all those. So I'll maximize this, and we'll just wait for the response file to come down. And we do have over 500 in this particular run, so it may take a little bit of time. Okay, so a scant 2 minutes later, we've got the completed transaction. We've got all green, so we're good to go there. What we're going to do is take a look at the response file, and that is in the TMN directory I have created, and it is update response with the time date stamp. So we're going to go ahead and double click on this, and we'll scroll down, and we'll notice that all of it says success user updated. Which is a great thing because that means that all of the users that were on the file that could not be deleted from the net change operation have now been inactivated and their password changed.